العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف خلق الله محمد وآله الطاهرين اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد تقبل الله أعمالنا وأعمالكم. As we أحسنتم حجينا هذا خلي يتعلم هذا الشاوي خلي يتعلم. As we have been speaking in regards to the important things that we need to develop in our lives as human beings, in the ongoing struggle that we have with our nafs. وَنَفْسٍ وَمَا سَوَّاهَا فَأَلْهَمَهَا فُجُورَهَا وَتَقْوَاهَا. This nafs of ours is always going to somehow want to become independent, somehow want to have that level of rebellion. إِنَّ الْإِنسَانَ لَيَطْغَى أَنْ رَآهُ اسْتَغْنَى. We mentioned this ayah a few nights ago. You, the human being, the insan, you want to, when you feel a little bit of independence, you gain that level of طغيان, which of course is not a good characteristic. Which is why we have to go through this regular, constant struggle within ourselves in order to make sure that we are going down the right direction in our life. It's really, really easy for us to lose direction if we mix with the wrong people, if we are influenced in the wrong way, if for whatever reason we lose control of ourselves. And there are so many distractions that we have in our lives that is taking us away from this. Mobile phones, addiction. It's like snorting cocaine. There are some people who cannot stay off of their phones. Social media. And all these other things that are so regular and damaging to ourselves and damaging to society. Miserable, unfortunately. And no one is to blame except for themselves. Last night we spoke about the sad situation of how the internet is polluted with the most disgusting of things, and how popular and common it is for some people to think it's very, very normal to be engaged with. Which is why we need to revisit our human side. We need to make sure that we are in control. We need to make sure that we are going down the right direction with good, correct guidance. And that's why, as human beings, we have different qiwa. Qiwa is the plural for quwwa. And quwwa here doesn't mean strength, it means faculty. In yourself, in your nafs, you have al-quwwa al-aqila. And then you have al-quwwa, another faculty, the faculty of rationality and reasoning. Another faculty that you have is the quwwa of shahwa and lust. Another faculty that you have is the faculty of ghadab and anger as well. Another faculty that you have is the faculty, the quwwa of khayal, of imagination as well. Now, in each and everything, and we mentioned this on the first night, in each of everything we've got two extremes. In each and everything we've got two extremes. What we need to do is we need to adopt the middle balanced path of not this side of ifrat and nor this side of tafriq. La ifrat wa la tafriq. The midway. That's what we're supposed to be doing. So look at these examples here. For example, al-safah. That's what I'm going to be talking about tomorrow night. A fool. On one side. What's the other side? Balah. Ablah. Ablah means someone who careless, doesn't have any consideration or care, completely negligent. The midway of temperance, يعني of moderation, of i'tidal, is hikmah. And look at the other examples. Sharah. What's sharah mean? يعني that you are audacious, that you don't care what you do, what you say. The other side is khumud, that you're cold, that you have no feelings. What's the midway? Iffa. And we spoke about iffa, didn't we? Shuja'a. We spoke about shuja'a. One side of shuja'a, the one extreme of shuja'a is tahawwur, being reckless. The other side of shuja'a is being a coward, being a jaban, also damaging. This side is damaging, this side is damaging. What side do you choose? Shuja'a, and being courageous. Touch your phone one more time, I'll slap you. Justness, adala. One side, oppression, dhulm. The other side, inzilam. What does inzilam mean? What does it mean? It means that you allow yourself to be wronged and oppressed. Wa alaikum salam. Wa alaikum salam. You allow yourself to be wronged and oppressed, which is not good at all, by the way. It's not good. Right? What's the midway? Adala. And we spoke about that as well. Right? So these are things that we have to develop. We have to develop them. We have to learn them. These are skills that we have to pick up on. They're not inherent. They can't be done bil ijbar, by force as well. No. They have to be done by you picking up on them and learning them and reminding each other about this. Yeah, but why are you doing this? What you're doing is wrong. What you're doing is haram. Reminding each other. People don't like to be reminded, by the way. People don't like to be told what to do. People don't like to be told what to do. Right? They don't like being told what to do. And that's why a lot of people, on the outside, they liked Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alayhi, but on the inside, they didn't. Munafiqeen. Imam Ali alayhi salam, look at supposedly all those people who used to say, Imam Ali this, Imam Ali that, but they weren't there to support him. Because Imam Ali was a very straightforward kind of person. Very direct kind of person. Right? What is lying? Everyone knows what lying is. We don't need to explain what it is, but it is the most common marad that so many people have. It is the most common sickness that so many people have. And it is so common that people no longer know what's lying and what's not lying. That people, in so many cases, have become so accustomed to lying, they become compulsive liars. In a lot of cases, you don't even know if this person is telling the truth or not telling the truth. Remember when I said that when it comes to fasidqi najat and being truthful, you're always going to be that good person, that right person that everyone likes and everyone appreciates and everyone trusts. They trust you. Whereas if you lie once, just once, that's it, your credibility is gone. Your credibility is gone. And in a lot of cases, we teach people to lie. So I'm going to give some examples, but in a lot of cases, we teach people to lie. Yeah, and I become, as for example, the father, I become so ruthless with my children that whether they tell the truth or whether they lie, they're going to get a belting. Or a teacher or a principal not having any kind of balance in their punishment. And the student starts to get scared, fearful of a punishment, and therefore they resort to lying. And we use this example very common, right? That you as a parent, or you as an educator, or you as a person in a position, you're talking to someone and you slip a lie, and the other person standing right next to you knows that it's a lie. Knows that it's a lie. I don't like people using their phone when I'm talking. What was your name? What's your name? Ja'far. I don't like people using their phone when I'm talking. Everyone knows that here. I get very aggressive. Have you met me before? Yeah. So please don't use your phone. If it's an extreme emergency, they will ring 911. So don't worry. All right? Any games that you want to watch tonight? Yeah? Okay. What was I saying before 911? Huh? What was I saying? No. Before that, what was I saying? Having a conversation and someone else, see, no one's paying attention. See, you think about what you think about Camel Burger and Lakemba? And you're standing right there. You're standing right there and you can see this person lying and you do absolutely nothing out of it. Tastahi, you're ashamed, you're shy. That's you. You're supporting munkar. You're supporting bad. That's not good. Or your father rings and someone else answers. Oh, tell them they're not there. Tell them they're not there. Someone rings and asks someone at home. Tell them they're not there and you're there. Wa alaikum salam. Also very, very dangerous. You are actively giving this person a signal that it is okay to lie. And we had this problem in the camp, unfortunately. A parent encouraged their child to bring a mobile phone and encouraged the child, hide it from the sheikh. Make sure the sheikh doesn't see it. This person will either be a drug dealer in the future, or some Baladin atheist person who will kick their parents out of the house. Because why? Something as simple as that. You probably say, well, it's simple, it's easy, simple. No. But when you learn to become audacious in being unfaithful to your word, breaking a promise, to not have any loyalty, to be sly and shifty, that gets worse and worse and worse as you grow. So that's why simple things like, tell him I'm not home, and you are home, will turn later on into something very, very worse. Why? Because a young person, doesn't really know the difference between right and wrong. Alaikum salam, uses parents as role model, as example. And then huwa chadhab ibn chadhab. Kazab ibn kazab. The father is a liar, mother is a liar, children are also liars. A factory of liars. And that's what we can see usually happening, isn't it, unfortunately? Especially, in places of our community, no values, no respect, no honor, no ethics, especially when it comes to work. Will Quran, Will Abbas, I changed that window and he didn't change the window. When it comes to, normal common things that we see here or there in Ali's industry. Sorry about that, Ali. So if you don't learn how to control your tongue, how to control your fingers when it comes to messaging, if you don't learn discipline, learn discipline, it's going to get worse and worse and worse for you, and you'll get miserable, and you will have problems later on, even in your marriage. I'm going to be mentioning it. Read all this information so I can go to the next slide. You will have problems later on, even in your marriage, especially in your marriage. Who's that picture of? Ibrahim. Yes. Very good. What was Pinocchio famous for? Being a kazab. What do they say in Farsi? Ali. Now we have Ali here down the front. He talks Farsi, bulbul. Types of lying. Types of lying are, I was just talking with my friend Sam. Can you see my friend Sam? Little kids, sometimes they have imaginary friends. Mo mushkila, that's okay. Hi, Ja'far, you have to go check your phone? Yeah, brahtak, go. I told you, sometimes it's addiction, huh? Be careful, ya Ja'far. He's never going to come again. هذا خطية. ها؟ أي أدري. أتذكر شكله. بعدين شرد. هو هسه هم راح يشرد. What's wrong, Ali? What was I saying? Imaginary friend. Some people, whatever it may be, confused liar. Look at these, read these. These are very interesting. I spent good time. Right? A showing off liar. Yeah, when I was in Austria and I went on those little boats, and at that time there was Ronaldo. He was coming from the other road, and he said salam alaikum to me, but I didn't say alaikum salam. I wasn't really in the mood to salim to him and that, because I wanted to go pray Taraweeh. And you come up with a whole long story. Ja'far is on his phone again. A whole long story about something that you are lying about. Why? Showing off. Right? Opportunist liar. Filling in a form, right? And then you write something as far as the benefit is concerned. Ja'far is on his phone again. Deceptive lying. That means that you're doing something in a sly way. That's why I mentioned the example of that unfortunately that person. Hostile lying, and because you hate someone, you come up with stories about them, and you're lying to ruin their image, to ruin their reputation. Another example, attention lying, to get attention, right? And then we have the pathological liar. Pathological, who is a compulsive liar, addicted to lies. And that is someone who lies so much they no longer know what's right and what's wrong. And I know people who are like that. I know someone who's like that. He was sitting down, he was talking about, he said, one day I went to Tehran and I was sitting down in a cafe. Wallahi, I'm not exaggerating about this story. I was sitting down in a cafe, and then there was a person that came in and they were suspicious about him, and then the guy pressed a button and a big door behind him opened, and it was full of guns and things like that, and he got one of the guns and he started shooting the guy, and I hid underneath the what's his name? I said, هذا مو بطهران. This is هذا Texas هذا. This is like John Wick movie هذا. Huh? And he was like genuinely serious. It's a moral, it's an addiction. What promotes lying? Harshness. You remember what I gave the example of the teacher. The parent, too harsh. Child is forced to lie, and then they pick up on that aada, they pick up on that habit. Or too soft. Ja'far is on his phone. Yalla, answer Ja'far. What's her name? Yalla. Emergency, huh? So people are going to say, shh. People are going to say in the recording, they'll say, what's going on? What's happening here in the musalla? Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Softness. Being too soft is not good as well. Letting things go. A person saying things and not being accountable, not being responsible. That's also not good. That's also not good. Balance. Always we have to have shunu. Always, all the time, in everything. Ways of curing a lie. Always be productive and not destructive. Always have that balance. Don't be too harsh. Don't be too extreme. Avoid circumstances that would put you in a case of lying. Why do you have to put yourself in a situation where you're forced to lie? Bad situation. Don't give things and don't do things that is more than your capacity, which will make you end up lying. Don't accept a job that's way above your pay grade, for example, and then you're going to have to lie or you're going to have to cheat. No, you shouldn't do that. When someone says, did you do this? Did you do this? Did you do this? Did you do this? The person is going to feel intimidated and they're going to end up lying. Don't do that. Don't do that. A lot of people do that, unfortunately. You shouldn't. Did you do it? They say once. And if you know that they're lying, yes, you call them up for lying. You don't ask them again. Once is enough, because if you know that they're lying, then that's it. Khair, all good? You sure? If you know that they're lying, there's no need for you to say it again. See, Nisar, I'm usually used to picking on you and Sajjad, but now I've got someone else, alhamdulillah. Right? So that's good. Tonight Ja'far is our sacrifice. Promote truthfulness and honesty. Share that around with other people. Teach other people to be truthful, to be honest. Make and set yourself as an example. Don't lie under any circumstance, even if it means you're going to die. Even if it means that you have to lose your job. Don't chadhib. Because one thing is, drags leads to another. What did I say? What was the Arabic for that? She jurshi. Right? How can you tell if someone is lying? Body language gives off a lot of things. And read this hadith here from Imam Ali. What does it say here, Ali? تكلموا تعرفوا. Speak and you will be known. فإن المرء Thank you. فإن المرء مخبوء تحت لسانه. You are concealed. Your identity is concealed under your tongue. Another hadith says طي لسانه. You are concealed under your tongue. يعني I'm able to reveal who you are just by you talking. Why? Your body language. Oh yeah, no, it wasn't me that did it. And you're looking around. You're sweating. You're fidgeting. You're shaking your knees. You're tapping your feet. You're not making eye contact. Yarhamakumullah, you're inconsistent in what you're saying. These are all signs of you lying. Right? And, of course, unfortunately, politicians, in the most case, are very famous for lying. And sometimes people, as I said, people don't like the truth. People don't like the truth. That's why I said Imam Ali alayhi salam, Aliyun ma'al haqq wal haqqu ma'a Ali. People don't like that truth. People don't like to be told how they are and who they are and what they are. People don't like that. That's why they run away from you. That's why this is a really nice cartoon that I saw. Comforting lies, unpleasant truth. That's why they say al-haqqu mur. What's mur mean? Who said sweet? Bitter, sour, right? What about white lies? Is there any such thing as a white lie? We, of course, don't believe that there is a time where you are able to somehow say something and it be, brushed off. Someone says to you, be honest to me, am I fat? You're not going to say, no, you're skinny. Be honest to me, do I smell? You're not going to say, no, you've got, you smell like musk and oud and ambar. There's no such thing as a white lie. There's no such thing as a little fib. They say fib, don't they? And if it's a little lie, don't worry, you get along with it, it's fine. No. Because the hadith says, if you become accustomed to lying in small things, you will get used to lying in larger things. Right? What are the effects of lying? The effects of lying is, first and foremost, people won't trust you anymore. You lose credibility, which is really damaging and dangerous. Your reputation will be damaged, and people will say, hey, by the way, be careful, this guy's a liar. I caught him lying, مثلا. As far as your communication, you won't be able to convey the right information. So again, that will make you lose your credibility. There's going to be bad consequences. Could end up ruining your future, your work, your marriage, your this, your that. It also makes you have more energy, waste more energy, because you need to put more energy in what it is that you're saying to be more, articulate in what you're saying, because you're making it all up. Right? And you have to lie, and then you have to lie to cover up that lie, and then another lie to cover up that lie. And when 3 months later, when someone asks you and you don't remember the exact details, you're going to have to come up with another lie to make sure that you somehow don't expose yourself to be a liar for the first original lie, because there's inconsistency in what it is that you've said the first time and now. And of course, people don't like liars. People don't like liars. You'll lose friends. You will lose friends. Imam Ali alayhi salam says, Al-kidhbu yanqusu rizq. Kidhb, lying, will remove your rizq. I'tiyadu al-kidhb yurithu al-faqr. Lying, becoming habituated to lying, will make you poor. Look at these beautiful words from Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam, giving us all these beautiful instructions for our own benefit. We only need to just pick up on these things and learn them. That's all we need to do. Instances where lying is permissible. You have a fallout with your spouse, with your friend, yarhamukumullah, and I want to reconcile. So I come to you and I say, Ahmed, Ali was just saying yesterday that he misses you. He doesn't miss you. He didn't say anything. I'm saying, Ahmed was saying that he misses you and he remembers those nice days when you used to kick the ball together and go out and have camel burger. And then I say to Ali, Ali, by the way, Ahmed was asking about you. He's saying, does he still have that big beard? Right? Reconcile. to be deceiving in the battlefield. In the right way, of course. One story is during the time of the Holy Prophet, they said, there's a spy among us coming our way. So what they did was, the Prophet said, get as many pots as you can, fill them up with water, and they just start boiling them on fire and wood and things like that. So then the spy came and he saw all of these pots. He saw all of these pots, thinking that, oh wow, that means there are a lot of soldiers cooking for all these people, right? So deceiving in that kind of way, not straight out lying in the really, really bad, damaging way. What? Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a good idea. It's a good example. Just say, for example, so we understand what you're talking about, because I'm thinking there's someone behind me. Like you say, there's someone behind you, and then they turn around and then you stab them. Who's going to do that? Who's going to do that, Ya Maliki? Another example is to repel a tyrant. Yani a tyrant is going to punish you. You are allowed to give the wrong information. Okay, and then life or death matter. How to cure lying, understanding the severity of lying. Understanding the severity of lying. Can you all see what's written here? Can you see it all? Huh? Understanding the severity of lying and its danger and how damaging it is. And always remember that it's a sign of weak faith. So you have to strengthen your faith and remember God and make sure that is the main focus that you have. Think about the damaging effects of lying as well, and how it will expose you in this world and in the next world. Use the correct methods to stop lying as well, which is really, really important. Be strong, be confident. Don't lie because you want to impress someone. You don't have to. Where did you get that from, Ya Ali? Just say, I got it from Salvation Army. That's fine. Doesn't matter. You don't need to say, I got it from, it's next to the second floor of the Louis Vuitton shop. You want to impress me. No, it's not going to work. Right? Don't be confident. Have self-value and self-esteem. What about from what Ahlul Bayt alayhim as-salam have said? There was a hadith I was reading from Imam al-Baqir that says a liar's mouth is worse than that of alcohol. A person stenching from alcohol, from khamr. The stinkiest thing on Yawm al-Qiyamah in Jahannam is the saliva and the mouth of a liar. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi says, إن الكذب يسود الوجه. Lying, شنو? Blackens your heart. سود الله وجهك, as they say. Lying blackens your heart. It removes that nur from your face. Blackens your face, sorry. It moves that nur from your face. Imam Ali, أقبح الخلائق الكذب. The worst of akhlaq, the worst of traits is lying. Sharrul khalaiq, the most evil of characteristics and traits is lying and hypocrisy. La shaymata, there's no trait aqbahu min al-kidhb, worse than kidhb, Imam Ali says. Kathratul kidhbul mar tudhhib baha'ah, sorry. Excessive lying removes that illumination, that radiance, that light of your face. Kathratul kidhb tufsidu deen. Excessive lying corrupts and ruins and destroys your religion. La yajidu abdun ta'am al-iman. You won't feel the taste, the sweetness of iman, of faith, until you abandon lying. هزله وجده, whether it be joking or whether it be serious. I always say to someone, don't lie. Oh, I'm only joking. No, that wasn't a joke. That's a lie. That's a lie. There's a difference between joking and lying. When I joke, you know automatically that I'm joking. But when I'm saying something wrong, you think it's true and you act upon it, and then later on I say, oh, by the way, I'm joking. No, that's not a joke. That's why we don't think that, like April Fool's Day is there's some kind of day that we really should be, celebrating or whatnot. Imam Askari alayhi salam, he says, all bad things are put in one box, in one room, in one house. جُعِلَتِ الْخَبَائِثُ فِي بَيْتٍ. Everything, all the bad, all evil is in one place, and the key to that is lying, al-kidhb. Walhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa alihi tahirin.